Welcome to Your Energy First, the podcast where intuition meets mindset for aligned decisions in life and business. I'm your host, Emily McNaughton, here to help guide you in unlocking your unique energy and create success your way. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this energy activation to help you open up your intuition safely and confidently into your own personal next layer. In the Your Energy First monthly energetic container, it is about you having fun, safely, courageously exploring unique aspects of your intuition and your energy. That is what we do there. There are foundational programs in there for you to get aligned with your intuition, do your own energy work with ease and integrity. And then in the group sessions, if you choose to join or listen afterwards, there's energy activations there, just like we have here on the podcast, except you're experiencing them in real time and we go more in depth. This monthly energy container is intentionally a space for you to have aha moments, for you to get to explore beyond your intuition, get to explore your unique energy, and do so in a way that's in community if you choose, that's going to give you inspiration, that's going to help you feel confident in not just trusting yourself, but applying energy work to your day to day. Okay, this energy activation came through in a very interesting series of events. So I got the nudge for this over a week ago, and I got the clear message not to record anything before Sunday or Monday. And what happened is I went to record it and I didn't feel the flow, so I stopped. And I was like, I'm going to go for my walk, come back and do this. And I went to grab my keys and my wallet, and I couldn't find it anywhere, either of them. So I start looking and I start retracing my steps. And over the course of 35 minutes, I had gone through my trash, I had gone through my recycle, I had retraced my steps to my car, had my spare key, nothing doing. Okay. So I was like, this is the most bizarre thing. And what was even more interesting is that my whole energy system kind of cleared out and was not unavailable, but unavailable, offline, muted, if you will, but not really, because there's always a purpose behind what your intuition is telling you. So we think we're properly connected or listening to our intuition when it's just telling us what to do and it's a clear flow. Not at all. Our intuition is part of our energy system and wants us to be empowered in the steps we're taking in life. So I can immediately feel that there was space, meaning I wouldn't find it right away. But I did get the sense I would find it. I asked my inner light if I'll find it. Yes. Okay. So I'm going through everything. I was opening up kitchen drawers. I looked in my fridge. After 35 minutes, I finally texted my mom and I said, hey, can you please help me locate my keys in my wallet? And she said, sure. So the first thing she said was, check, she goes, your laptop. So I have my laptop in this one spot. It's where I keep it. It's where I do all my creative work. And I was looking around my laptop and as I do, I look to my right and she at the same time texts me pocket question mark. And I had gone for a walk the night before and I have two walking jackets and they look extremely alike. They're both all black. And I thought I had been looking through one thinking it was the one I wore last night. In actuality, the one I wore last night was hanging up with my wet clothes that I had taken out of the laundry that morning and hung to dry. So I just thought that I had washed that jacket, so I hadn't even searched it. And imagine if we had looked at it in a very literal sense, like, oh, but it wasn't by the laptop. But by me standing at the laptop, I then saw it poking out of my pocket, my jacket pocket. Also, I firmly believe that we go through experiences like this to our benefit. And And I was supposed to leave for a walk and it cut into my walk time by 40 minutes, which is significant. And instead of me berating myself or being like, I should have checked that or I should have put my keys in the place I always put my keys and wallet in the same spot. I'm really good about it. And I just didn't this time. I have absolutely 100% confidence that this all worked out the way it was supposed to. I'm not even worried. I'm not looking at this like, wow, I just went through my trash with gloves on for, however long time, or I wasted 40 minutes. I don't see it that way at all. I'm like, you know what? There's a greater lesson in this. I trust the process and I'm so grateful. Also, part of the reason my energy system like went blank, so to speak, is so that it would pause me. So that I wouldn't, because I couldn't immediately go into my yes, no, or my muscle testing and right away know where it was. My intuition did come through letting me know it was in the home, and that was it. So all of that is such a big lesson in the fact that we want to engage with spirit. We want to engage with support. Support's good. Support's really, really good. Yes, I definitely teach your energy first so that we can support one another in community, right? And then we also want to look at our conversations with spirit, with our higher selves, with our intuition, the way we would with a human. Meaning, we want to be intentional, we want to listen. Sometimes we have to reframe our questions with people or reframe them for ourselves, right? And imagine if I had said, oh, but it wasn't by the laptop. That was the wrong information. No, it wasn't, because that's what caused me to turn and see it poking out of the pocket. So everything is a gentle gift, everything is a gentle guidance if you can open up your mind and see it that way. So let's get into this energy activation. So, coming into our light, bringing your beautiful, brilliant mind, that magic wand of yours to the power that is within you, this resource. And I want you to notice when your attention goes to your light, what happens for you. Are you noticing a bubbling up, more of a swirling? What's your energy doing? And now we want to say, I set the intention for divine energy to move through me for my highest good. I'm ready for more nurturing, more seeing. That's what the guides are saying. We're ready for more seeing. Let's see if they want to expand on that at all. Not seeing things in the literal sense, seeing things internally. If you know how for the last couple of weeks I've been sharing online how we're in this space of seeing things for what they are, and we can't not see them that way. And all of this is to mine and your benefit. So now what they're saying is it is about like our knowing and our seeing are so interlinked. So now there's this deep, strong connection of what we are perceiving. We can sense and know what is very real and what isn't. And the guides are saying, and then move with that information in mind. Move with that information in mind. So say that you met somebody and you really like them and maybe they provide a service for you, but something just feels ever so slightly off and you can't quite put your finger on it. But they're nice, people like them, it was a referral, whatever. Let all of that go and trust that knowing and what it is you're perceiving. This activation is going to help you open up this channel of yours. And I'm not talking about channeling because I teach holding energetic space, but this is going to open up that connection in that channel between your perception, your energetic perception, and your knowing. This is, how kids learn to eat. We're kind of, we're fed food, right? We're fed food, and then eventually someone hands us a spoon and we throw the peas off the table, high chair. And eventually we make it so that the food goes into our mouth. And the guides are so nice. This is where we're at right now. But they're saying now we're bridging this connection, this They're calling an intensity. I kind of like that. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So it's bridging this intensity. And so that there's a back and forth too. There's a back and forth between our knowing and our perception. So from here, this energy is coming in. It's very, there's a lot of depth to this energy. So taking a moment, I set the intention, I receive exactly what it is I need. I love my spirit team's guidance and support. I love that I have a continual flow of energy helping guide me. For a lot of us, we're going to feel this in the upper part of our like shoulders, neck, chest, torso. It's okay if you notice it somewhere else, but this very rich, deep energy is coming through to reformat this channel, this connection point within each of us. And this energy, it's it's a very, very deep, exquisite purple green. The guides are saying blue. I'm not perceiving the blue, but they're saying blue as well. And it's so rich and deep that it almost looks dark. And what this is so perfect for this because with your knowing, something being light or dark doesn't actually mean good or bad. I've talked about this before, but dark energy can be beautiful earth energy. It could be ancient wisdom energy, which is what's coming through here. So, and then of course, things that are of the light, there's plenty of energies out of integrity that act, pretend, and say they are light when they're not. So, this is really, really important. So, what we want to look at right now is with this energy, what are you feeling? What are you sensing? What are you knowing from it? As you bring your attention to this energy, how is it moving through you? How is it showing up? How are you perceiving it? And what does your knowing say about it? It's also appropriate, right? And it's this energy is rolling. It's actually rolling from back to front over and over in these beautiful richness. And while it's here, I want you to also notice very, very gently. Wow, okay. So we actually have more than the seven primary chakras. And there's also one that is above our heart. Like it's like between our heart and our throat chakra at our back. So this is activating that channel. And this is part of the reason why it's flowing from back to front and up and around and down. Surprise. All right. Part of what this is doing is clarifying our connection with parts of us that live in other realms, loved ones, ancestors that are operating in other realms. And this provides a very clear and clean connection. Some of you are going to be receiving some additional information on this. I can tell already. And for some, this might be the most gentle, gentle, simple, simple energy activation. And you're going to get exactly what it is that you need. There is no better than with energy work. So don't ever be disappointed if an activation feels quite light and simple for you. It's meant to be that way. And that's a really cool thing. Okay. So now, spirit, the activation of energy, a source energy, is they're actually flowing just a bit of power chakra energy through us to sort of stabilize and familiarize your conscious mind with this new development. Does that make sense? So, this is how, through the integration, we recognize when there's a new energy or new shift, yet we knowingly feel safe around it or feel optimized with it. Too funny. Okay. There's also this essence of like relaxing our shoulders, leaning back, and allowing, not leaning forward in your life and doing as much. Okay. How's your energy feeling? What are you noticing? There's still a bit more coming through. There are some grounding energies of the heart. Of the heart. Grounding energies of the heart is another layer to this activation because you have wisdom. And as this connection comes forward, new wisdom of the heart will also come forward. And the groundedness helps you keep things clear. This one has been a bit multi layered and very, very beautiful. Okay. Rounding out this session, they are, there's this like beautiful, I want to call it flooding, but it feels really, really positive of our energy fields of kind of wrapping things up, giving us a lot of space here, and really letting our energy feel rock solid while we soar throughout life. And we are being propelled into a more natural state of being where we're all being asked, what is our version of taking action in our life in a way that feels exciting, feels really good, and feels truly like we are soaring? When was the last time you decided on an activity that made you feel that way? And that is the invitation at the end of all of this. Thank you so much for being a part of this incredible community. I read all of your comments on the podcast page. I love hearing how you guided yourself through this and what came from it. You are a very powerful, aligned creator. It has been so great to connect here. If this episode resonated with you, please be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who you want to have more of these chats with. As you move throughout your day, remember, your energy is your superpower. As you pay attention to it and trust it, you can watch your entire life begin to transform.